Yo, what's up, fam? It's your boy Ojo GH. And when you see me, you know we on these streets. Charlie, we are on your streets again, and today's question is very simple. With the current economic hardships, if you're the president of this country, what three things would you do to lessen the burdens of the citizens? Let's talk to people. Let's hear what they have to say. Let's hear their opinions. Let's hear their ideas in nation building. This is On These Streets with your host, Ojo GH. Let's go. Yo, bro, Charlie, what's up?
Yeah, everything cool.
Charlie, Abi Joe, what be your name?
Samuel Akom.
Nice one, bro. Charlie, we're there at campus. So today's question will be mind busting. Yeah. With the current happenings, the current economic hardships of one country, if you, Samuel, you be the president, like Nanado, what three things you go do to lessen the economic hardships, or you go even try eliminate or eradicate or evaporate or other things where things go make easy for you for the country side?
Okay, so thank you very much. The first thing I would want to
I say thank you very much. Hey, not be small debates for you. Young
The first thing I would want to do is to go into agribusiness. In agribusiness, I mean not to say that it will be limited to specific people in the country. We'll make sure that the youth become interested in agribusiness. How is that going to be possible? It's for us to see our parliamentarians, our ministers themselves going to the farm. Like we should see them being interested in agribusiness, because now if a student is to complete University of Ghana, you tell the person to go into agribusiness, they think, I'm going to be a farmer. So
of course,
some way to them.
Anga Lagos student, anga farming for home. Wait.
Yeah.
Hey, wow, Charlie, you continue.
Yes. So first thing is for us to be interested in agribusiness, nice, because even if you look at Ghana's history, you realize that we do very good, or we do very much well in agriculture. And so I think we should go into agriculture first. That's the first thing I would want to do. Then the second thing I would want to do is for us to get more industries, because now the question is, if you are going into agribusiness, all the products or all the produce, why are you going to keep them? You need to get industry that will turn them into something finished goods, consumables, for us to be able to export to other countries, which will in turn generate revenue for the country. So that's the second thing I would do. Then the third thing I would do is to restructure the education system.
Oh, wait, because Charlie, hold up. Check like your manifesto. I'm very much interested in the. Be small. Wow. Wait. All of these things they decide they take the work like that. So like I don't call you, don't go talk me. Okay, Charlie, you continue then make I bring my own.
So the third thing we need to do as a country is to restructure our education system.
How?
Make it more practical. Because I've always not understood why I'll be learning the part of a mosquito in senior high school. Meanwhile, when I came to the university, I've never been asked anything about a mosquito.
Yo, nigga, hold up. Wait. Why the throw shade give the GES like that? Say, yo, it don't be me a talk, oh. It don't be me a talk. It be, hey, nigga. Young call.
You see, when most of the times when we are
wait, why you go talk mosquito?
But Charlie, we back senior high school.
Oh, Charlie, name the part of the.
Be easy, oh. Meanwhile, you go meet them for here. Meanwhile, when you go abroad, right from the early stages, they give the child some tools to do their own toys, and as they are growing up, their mind is being reshaped, right? Their minds are being reoriented to think in an innovative, practical way. Exactly the point. And then in the next 10 to 20 years, we should look at going into IT as well. You get the point. But we can't just stand up and be like, we're going into IT. We need to start from the bottom. How do you start from the bottom? We need to restructure the education system to make sure that everything we do is quite practical. So that is what I would do, as a president.
Hey, yo, Mr. President. Panel of speakers. Agree memorial. Hey, agree. Hey, why? Ashefo, it's not me. Oh, vote for him. It'll be me. Me, I'm not talking it. I just busy my question. Charlie, Sammy, nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you too. Thank you very much.
Bless up. All right.
Thank you for the word so sweet.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
I'm Joe. What's your name?
I'm Joy.
Joy. Oh, okay, Joy. We're on your campus again, and today's question is very simple. With the current economic hardships in our country, if you're the president of our nation, what three things would you do different to make life easy for the citizens?
Okay. What I can do, or what I would try my best to do, is that the first thing I would do is try to reduce the importation of foreign goods and focus more on the local things we have, improve on it, see how best we help the farmers improve on the things we have locally, so that our people in the country will prefer taking more of local goods than the imported ones. So with that, I'm sure as time goes on, we will trust the process. But as time goes on, things will come to the level the country needs. And the second thing I'll also do is...
Relax, make I also say my own. Hey, the way he is,
Okay.
Charlie, the way he talk that thing there, be like, wait. You do all of these things.
That's why I said I'll try my best. I'll try my best.
Okay, good. You know, we Ghanaians, we don't often patronize made in Ghana stuffs. What would you do with what you're saying? What would you do to enable or enhance or make someone want to patronize something from Ghana?
You see, now I've seen that we like designs and kind of things, the colors. I didn't hear fair. To be
You can feel free and say, Trio, our platform is safe.
To attract the people to come. Okay. So apart from say you better improving, we can also have a branding.
Okay, packaging.
Yes, packaging and how the thing will taste after you've tried it. Okay. So you make sure that you deal with one quality of the thing. You will not buy the thing and you later on you regret buying it. So
okay, that's cool. Okay, can we move to your second? Let me say.
Point.
Okay, second point.
Second point, as a leader, but not yet, and will not. is that we will focus more on our Mefa and Sanwejuma.
Okay.
You see, and Sanwejuma, we will improve upon people, or we will let people have
like our vocational skills.
Yes,
and
have idea about it, how best we can improve it, because I'll tell you not to depend on me, because I might not be the source of your income every day. So
but they voted for you as the president.
You voted for me as a president, fine, I understand that, but I also open Sanwejuma so. Okay. And yeah, why they be a tie coat now? No, even if you are in the office, you have to have Sanwejuma. Okay. So that one day, if I lay you off, what are you going to do? You understand?
It'll be small way.
Yeah, because it's an impromptu. Yeah. Banks have been closed down. Okay. So, Sanwejuma, what will you do? You sit in the house. So you have to learn Sanwejuma so that you improve your life. Okay,
thank you with that, Madam President. Madam President, please, with the Sanwejuma, or let's say craftsmanship or vocational skills, what are the measures or what are the things you do to put in place all of these structures to enhance Sanwejuma or craftsmanship?
Okay, Sanwejuma, me for instance, my Sanwejuma is hairdressing. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So we have associations. Every institution or every Sanwejuma has an association. So you meet with these heads of this Sanwejuma, you talk to them, you see how best they will reduce the prices when a person wants to learn how to participate in that particular field. You reduce the price and also learn how to be associated or like be close to the person, so that the person will have the passion and the zeal to also learn that particular thing. So that at the end it doesn't turn like so you understand? So that's how best.
Hey, Your Excellency, this your policies there, it be wild. Please, let's move to the third one, because this is self-explanatory. So let's move to the third one.
The third one to
Sikedie. No, so the third one is Sikedie.
No, you see, we have to reduce consuming. Like this kadodo.
Hey, me bachelor wo man penyi Sikedie.
Yeah, dodo. But you understand, you have to reduce the cost at which we spend our money. Even though as a country we need things. We need a lot of things, but I don't think development or something begins at once. It's step by step. Okay. It starts from school. Let me say a school. When you don't tell the child to sweep, you can't tell the child when he grows that he should sweep outside. Okay. So you start bit by bit. So when you start educating them from the scratch, as time goes on, even though you might not be there forever, but as time goes on, I believe that
to be impacted.
Yes.
Okay. I see. And
also. You see, individually we like spending money, so it's not surprising if a country is also spending.
Don't you think it's the high cost of living that is causing all of this? Because if things are less expensive, I don't think we'll spend enough or much money.
Yeah, the high cost of living is also part, but there's something in my mind, but I don't want to say it.
Oh, say
no,
it.
I don't want to say
Like I said, here is a safe spot. Have fun. Feel free.
Even as things are now, the rich are trying their best to be rich, but it seems the economy is trying to make them poor, very poor, to the extent that the poor cannot be even helped. So at least the ones we have, we should know how to manage it, but not meaning that when the thing is going up, we shouldn't have a way of minimizing it to the standard at which people can afford. Okay. If the thing is too expensive, it's only the rich who can afford, the poor can't. So it's high time we try, even though it's difficult, but you try your best to bring it to the level at which everybody will be able to at least put something on the table for one.
Your Excellency, thank you so much for your submission. Your manifesto is rich, and I hope our people will vote for you. Thank you for having a conversation with me.
Thank you, Joe.
Yo, big boss, good evening.
Good evening, boss.
How be?
Ade, yourself.
I'm great, Charlie. I be Joe, what be your name?
I be Franklin.
Franklin, we are on your campus, and today's question is mind busting. I would want to ask you something, where Charlie it happened. I'm sure you are aware of our current economic hardships. Okay, Franklin, today you are the president of Ghana. What 3 things would you put in place to lessen the economic hardships of our nation?
Economic hardship of our country.
Yes.
Okay, so if I were the president, I think my first priority would be agriculture.
Agriculture?
Yes. Even from the starts before independence, during independence, right after independence, I think the nation was lying basically on agriculture. But then because of strategies of development such as the import substitution industrialization and other things, I think we lost a little bit of focus, and then we went quite far away. So probably in agriculture, we may improve the production and the processing of agricultural products, like we have the coffee, we have the cocoa, and then I think it could be a very good source of income. The second thing I want to improve is tourism. So we know tourism is in Ghana, in Africa, even in many parts of the world, it's a number one loader of money. I mean, tourism is fetching France tons of money. Tourism is fetching Rwanda and other places in Africa a lot of money. So if we could actually check there, because even in Ghana, we can't deny the fact that tourism is actually a backbone to the economy's growth. So if we could check that and improve our tourist attractions, help more, we construct roads to where roads need to be, we help the tourists, we guide them. I mean, efficiency, effectiveness in the tourism industry can do a lot more.
Great.
And finally, what do I have to add? I think if there's any change in any part of the government, it should start from up here. So education with special attention on entrepreneurship and then on self-initiative, because it seems probably the economy is in this form because most of us are actually expecting and hoping and moving for the government to employ us. But if you have other sources of income, we have people doing other things, people doing other businesses, people doing their own things and supporting the economy, people importing and exporting. I mean, not necessarily depending on the government who can't feed all of us. I think that could also help the economy.
Hey, Charlie, ideas though. Mr. President for today. Charlie, you do or you talk or me, I don't know what else I go talk. They lecture me there. Charlie, nice talking to you, bro.
The pleasure is mine, sir.
All right, bro. Thanks. Yo, bro, Charlie, what's up?
Yeah, fine.
Charlie, everything cool?
Yeah, we are managing.
Oh, if it's so. If you don't manage, how you go do them? If you be managing, how you go manage? Charlie, be Joe, what be your name?
I'm Kwame.
Kwame, I would want to ask you a question on the street. And today's question is, if you are the president of our country, Ghana, with the current economic hardships, what would you do to lessen the burdens of the citizens? 3 things.
3 things. So the first is to, if you have a budget, you know that your budget cannot support your spending, is to try and live within the budget. So you have to lessen excessive spending. So that's the first thing to do.
Okay, so your first is to lessen excessive spending.
Yes.
How would you do that?
Well, I don't want to sound political, but if you have a lot of items on which you spend, that means that you are going to spend a lot. So let's say, for instance, we have a lot of ministers, for instance. So if the government wants to reduce its spending, it means that the number of ministers we have should be lessened.
Wow.
Yeah.
So make them short to the ministers.
Yes, that's what I believe.
Okay, but don't you think also the high cost of living is the reason we are sometimes excessively spending?
Yeah, I believe to some extent, yes, because if you live in an environment, you are likely to be affected by the changes in the environment. Right. So if the situation we find ourselves in currently, that cost of living is going high, of course it's going to affect us. So it will affect our decision making and all that. Yes.
Okay. Please, what is your second second thing you would do?
The second thing to do is to provide jobs, right?
Jobs.
Yes.
How would you do that? Don't you think all the previous governments have been providing jobs? Or they know they do?
They did to some extent, but I think that you can also increase the number of jobs you provide for the people. Yes.
So how would we do that?
How do you provide jobs?
Yes.
Open new industries and factories and ensure that the opportunities you are giving out to people are things that they actually need. Right.
Okay. What else would you do?
The third thing has to do with providing jobs. Ensure, promote agricultural activities by making funds available to, for example, farmers so that they could venture into this kind of mechanized farming and all that.
So, do you think our country, Ghana, we they love the farm, we they like things like farming, agric things, we they like them?
Oh yeah, when you check the statistics, it says that the agriculture provide or gives majority of it gives its employs majority of our people. So it means that in agriculture, that's where our potential is, right? So, but I know we have challenges, so you have to solve those challenges or improve upon the agricultural sector by making, as I said earlier, funds available to farmers and all that. Yes.
Hey, Mr. President, thank you for talking to me.